Ever wondered if the world around you is a reality or just an illusion? No, this isn't a plug for the Matrix reboot. Let's take a moment to ponder upon this. Is the world as we perceive it a solid, tangible entity, or is it merely a projection of our minds? Are we living in a reality, or are we merely characters in someone else's video game? Sounds like a wild sci-fi plot, right? But hold on to your tinfoil hats, folks. Some of the brightest minds in the world are seriously considering these possibilities. Now, I'm not saying that you should start looking for glitches in the Matrix or that the cat you saw twice was a result of a system reset. But isn't it fascinating to think that there could be more to our reality than meets the eye? Imagine, just for a moment, that the reality we experience is like a movie, projected onto the canvas of our consciousness. Everything you see, hear, touch, taste, and smell is a part of this grand cosmic show. Intriguing, isn't it? But wait, there's more. What if I told you that this isn't the first show you've been a part of? What if you've played different roles in different shows throughout history? Yes, we're talking about the concept of past lives here. Not in the spiritual reincarnation sense, but in a more matrixy, have I lived this life before sort of way. You might be thinking, this is ridiculous. I would remember if I was a Roman emperor in a past life, wouldn't I? Well, not necessarily. Our memories, like our reality, might not be as reliable as we think. Before you dismiss this as a result of eating too much pizza before bed, remember that questioning reality has led to some of the greatest scientific discoveries and philosophical insights in history. Now, this isn't just a late-night existential crisis. Let's dive deeper, shall we? Reality is like a sandwich. Yes, you heard it right, a sandwich. Now, before you start thinking I've lost my marbles, bear with me. Picture your favorite sandwich. Maybe it's a classic BLT or a fancy panini. Now, this sandwich, in all its delicious glory, is a perfect metaphor for the multi-layered nature of our reality. Think of the bread slices as the tangible, physical world around us. These are the things we can touch, see, smell, and taste. Our five senses interact with this layer, providing us with a sense of concrete reality. But what about the filling? That's where things get interesting. The filling is our perception, our thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and experiences. It's the subjective reality that each of us experiences individually. It's as diverse and varied as the fillings you might choose for your sandwich. Ham, cheese, lettuce, or even peanut butter and jelly. You see, the problem arises when we mistake the sandwich for the filling. We often perceive our reality based on our personal experiences and beliefs, forgetting that there's a whole world of objective reality, the bread slices, existing independently of our perceptions. This is where the idea of living in a matrix comes in. Our minds create a virtual reality, a filling of sorts, based on our perceptions. And sometimes this subjective reality feels so real that we forget about the objective reality that exists outside of it. It's like eating a sandwich and forgetting about the bread. But it's also important to remember that our perceptions, our feelings, are not irrelevant. They add flavor to our reality. They shape our experiences and give meaning to our lives. They're as crucial to our understanding of reality as the cheese is to a cheese sandwich. So next time you bite into a sandwich, remember, it's not just lettuce and cheese. It's a bite of reality. Ever felt like you're living in the Matrix? No, not because you can dodge bullets or look cool in a leather trench coat. Let's dive into the Matrix theory. It's the idea that our entire universe, our existence, is nothing more than a simulated reality. Sounds far-fetched, doesn't it? But isn't life itself a series of strange coincidences and unexplainable events? Like when you're thinking of that one obscure song and it plays on the radio. Or how about when you've been craving pizza and voila, your roommate brings home a box of pepperoni goodness. Coincidence? I think not. This theory is like the cosmic equivalent of someone pulling a prank on you. You're just minding your own business, living your life, and then, bam, the universe throws you a curveball. It's like the cosmic jokester decided to just shake things up a bit, like a giant snow globe. And this isn't just about these odd little moments. It's about everything. It's about the beauty of a sunset and the mystery of a black hole. It's about the complexity of the human brain and the simplicity of a blade of grass. It's about love and pain and everything in between. It's about the seeming randomness of it all. Now, I'm not saying we're all just characters in a cosmic video game, but isn't it an intriguing thought? It's like we're all just cruising along on autopilot, blissfully unaware of the grand design. We're just pixels on a screen, characters in a story, players in a game. And while we're on the subject, let's not forget about the glitches. You know, those moments when things just don't add up. Like when you put your keys in a certain spot, but they're not there when you go looking for them. Or when you're sure you closed the front door, but it's wide open when you get home. Glitches in the Matrix, perhaps? So, maybe we're all just stuck in a cosmic video game, and someone upstairs is having a good laugh. Have you ever visited a new place and felt like you've been there before? No. Not because you saw it on Instagram. Let's dive into the deep blue sea of past lives and reincarnation. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Isn't that just a load of hocus pocus? Well, it's not as simple as that. You see, the concept of past lives and reincarnation has been around for thousands of years, deeply rooted in various cultures and religions worldwide. And no, it's not just an excuse to explain why your neighbor's cat seems to have an uncanny dislike for you. Let's debunk a common misconception right off the bat. You weren't necessarily a king or a queen in your past life. I mean, come on, if everyone was royalty in their past lives, who was brewing the beer and fighting the dragons? There's a whole lot of everyday folks in history too. Reincarnation isn't just about people. Some believe we can come back as animals or even objects. Imagine coming back as a teapot, brewing up a storm in somebody's kitchen. Gives a whole new meaning to the phrase, a watched pot never boils, doesn't it? But let's get serious for a moment. Some people report having vivid memories or dreams of past lives. There are cases where children remember details from lives that they realistically could not know about. Is this evidence of reincarnation or simply an overactive imagination? The jury's still out on that one. Deja vu, that eerie sense of having experienced a new situation before, is often linked to past lives. Yet, science suggests it could be just a brief misfire in your brain's memory system. So, is it a past life memory, or just your noggin playing tricks on you? So, the next time you experience deja vu, maybe it's not your brain glitching. Maybe it's just a past life memory. Confused? Don't worry, you're not alone. Reality, illusion, past lives, it's a lot to digest. So let's take a moment to unpack what we've been chewing over. We began by questioning reality, peeling back the layers of our everyday experience to reveal that uncertainty isn't just a part of life, it's the main ingredient. We're all a bit like Alice, tumbling down the rabbit hole only to find that the world isn't as straightforward as we thought. We then bit into the reality sandwich, a hearty feast of paradoxes and contradictions. We talked about the Matrix and the cosmic joke, how our perception of reality might just be a simulacrum, a digital dream. The world as we know it could be an illusion, a grand spectacle orchestrated by unseen powers. Gives a whole new meaning to seeing is believing, doesn't it? And then there's the mystery of past lives. Are these flashes of memories from bygone eras, or just a case of deja vu on steroids? Who's to say? The ambiguity is part of the fun, part of the exploration. But here's the thing. It's okay to feel lost in this philosophical maze. It's okay to not have all the answers. Life is a riddle, wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma, as Winston Churchill once said. And he was onto something. We're all explorers, navigating this labyrinth called existence, trying to make sense of the puzzles and paradoxes that make up our world. So, keep questioning, keep exploring, keep chewing over these big ideas. Don't be afraid to ponder the imponderables, to wrestle with the enigmas. Embrace the mystery, relish the uncertainty, because that's where the magic happens. That's where we grow and learn and evolve. Remember, it's okay to not have all the answers. After all, we're all just trying to figure out this crazy sandwich of reality. So, are we living in a matrix? Have we lived different lives? Is this all an illusion? These questions, as tantalizing as they are perplexing, have been the crux of our exploration today. We've delved into the uncanny parallels between our world and the Matrix, and pondered the possibility of past lives, only to find ourselves standing on the precipice of infinite uncertainty. The reality sandwich bit, that was a fun one. It's a reminder that our perception of reality is sandwiched between the known and unknown. We've also considered the cosmic joke, the idea that we might just be participants in an elaborate cosmic play, complete with reruns from past lives. The truth, as we've discovered, is elusive. But isn't that the beauty of it? The mystery, the intrigue, the endless quest for understanding. Whatever the answers may be, one thing's for sure. It's a wild ride, this thing we call life. So keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember, reality is a sandwich.